Be evaluating Kim's Beagle-O-Matic 5000 speech. Here.
But wait, there's more! Who of a certain age, not many in here are my certain age, but who of a certain age doesn't remember all those commercials that we saw back in the 70s and 80s? Ron Popeil, the Popeil Pocket Fisherman, and all these kinds of things. I mention this because it was a great introduction. It really got people into it, and personally it got me thinking about all the various Ron Popeil products I saw over the years. So I thought that was a very effective introduction. The speech, in fact, in general, was very humorous. And if you hadn't noticed, I mean, following what Leslie said at the beginning, having some humor is such a great feature in any kind of a speech, even speeches that are very serious. One of the world champions of public speaking, Darren LaCroix, talks about how the most impactful moment of a speech is right after the laugh. That's the point where you can really get to people and you can really teach them. And so with a gift like you have a great ability to bring even very serious subjects to people, and I really appreciate that. Just so many great things on there. I don't know about you, but my favorite part personally was the Beagle cam, the camera on the back of the dog. Now, as I was watching that, I couldn't help but think, I don't think I want to know where that camera is mounted. But it was very effective. Just so many things about that speech. Your eye contact and the engagement with the audience, getting away from the humor, was also very effective. I saw a lot of eye contact, and even beyond the humor, a lot of good engagement with people. And so that made it a very powerful speech as well. Now, I can almost barely find any problems with it, but any speech can have some improvement. And so I just wanted to mention a couple things. One of the things that I noticed was in the use of visual aids. And looking at them as visual aids, not as humorous artifacts, probably could have been better. For one thing, there was a lot of text on the screen. In Joanna's case, that was used to good effect because you wanted people to see how many there were. But in the case of actually getting the point across, it really made it difficult. So I would suggest maybe working on that. Another thing that I would suggest maybe working on is your body motion and where you stood. There was a lot of what I've heard called wandering going on. And I'm very familiar with this because I do the same thing. A lot of wandering going on. There didn't seem to be a particular place. So what you might want to think about, and we all think about actually, is set aside a place on the floor for various actions. Here's where I'm going to present this from. Don't turn your back to the audience, and so forth. So overall, though, I think it was a very good, very effective speech. The humor was awesome, and it just really can bring out serious points. Maybe work on the wandering, but keep on bringing that gift of humor to us, get across the ideas, and maybe even sell us a Bass-O-Matic.
Thank you, Gary. Good feedback there. Next we have